EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, for these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, the Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. But anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Got his man, it's Williams. A good pickup there, 22. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
On first down, Drake. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Romeo Okwara. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. To throw on 3rd down. Murray, flush to his right. He may try and run for this. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken. And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Lions.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Room here to run. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big run there by Johnson. 51 yards on the ground.
51-yard gain. And the Lions first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Let's go,
On first down, Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions have taken the lead. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Lions 7, Cardinals 3.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run with Drake. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Ready. Mike 51. I'm coming up. I'm coming after you.
Murray going to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 58 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Pretty good reception. The touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Johnson pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
53, ready. 6-6, full time.
At the Cardinals' 22-yard 6.
Mike, 56.
On second down now, Swift. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, and a Lion first down. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Ready. Blue 60.
They'll run on first down. Swift, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get up.
From the 50 at Stafford. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They can't hang with us.
On first down, Swift. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown of his NFL debut, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Prater for the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw, escaping the pressure right. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
First down, Detroit. 180. 56, right there, 56. Watch twist.
Right back to him on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
56, Mike, 56. Here we go.
Now Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. How does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team, because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally and whether or not they have it in them to come back. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on their heels a bit right now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Murray with a 3rd and long. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Romeo Okwara picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Here's Murray. And he's going to go down again. Jamie Collins providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks. And now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Andy Lee now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit! Kerryon Johnson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number of 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamie Collins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Murray now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Desmond Trufant. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing it. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
That one good for 33 and a first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, it's Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 22, Murray. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Detroit, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.